Okie Brian, a 4-horse race has emerged. David Fifita, he's the target. He's mulling over a move to Rugby League Central with the Roosters and Panthers emerging as his most likely destinations. There are cases made for both options as well, as the Titans, the Dragons were in the picture, I believe, but they're now out of it. The Panthers, in fact, before we get onto that, thoughts, where do you truly think?
I want him to stay at the Titans, to be honest.
Yep.
I don't think the Panthers need him. The Chooks don't need another back rower.
No.
I'd like for him to stay there.
Well, the Roosters are pretty sound as a pan with back rows, aren't they?
They've got Satili Tupanua and Siwa Wong. They had been playing reserve grade. So unless they're thinking of moving one of them on, or are they looking at playing David Fifita in the middle?
What's Angus go for today on the open market? He's added a few.
Yeah, I reckon, well, he's a test player, he's an origin player, maybe 600.
Yeah, but I reckon he could do better than that now.
Yeah. I think he signed with the Roosters. I think he's on about 650 with the Chooks.
Okay.
It depends. I think he'll hold off until Origin 1, when he may or may not be named. But the Fifita thing with the Chooks is a strange one. Do they just want to appease the fans and say get a whopper?
Or they want to push the market up, maybe, just to put themselves in the picture.
Yeah. Or is it they haven't come out and was it beneficial? Is it another one of those smokies? But
no. They said he had dinner with Robbo. That's what's been reported.
You know what happens when they do that? They always sign.
They always sign.
Cheese,
sell it.
Cheese.
Sell it. You're Robbo and you're speaking to Fifita. How do you get him there, Brian?
Well, I can't speak like Robbo. I don't know my French wines. I can't speak French. I just say Ravisis on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Pretty handy. The icebergs. He could join the swimming group down there on a winter's day.
Yep.
He could walk along the promenade. Yeah. What else he could doing? He could do yoga, get outside gym.
Yeah.
He could have a nice unit, a nice car.
Could he?
Well, he could be in one of those TV shows. We've got Bondi Inc., we've got Bondi Vet, we've got Bondi Rescue. Yeah. What else have we got? Bondi Vodka.
Yep.
We've got a lot of things going on in Bondi.
Yeah, okay.
To be honest, I don't want him to leave the Titans. I think he'll end up at Penrith. I know we're trying to sell it.
Oh, you think he'll end up at Penrith?
I think he'll end up at Penrith.
Really? That's your gut feel?
That's my gut feel.
Okay.
Why would the Roosters want him?
I don't know. I don't know.
Jared's gone.
The big clubs just want to be involved in discussions with the big players. That's all it is.
No doubt he's a talent, but
it's priority 6, isn't it?
Priority 6 and priority 8.
Yeah.
Or 10.
Yeah.
So unless they're thinking of playing him in the middle, which I think they've tried that, it didn't really work. He does all his best work.
They're too smart, the Roosters, though. They've come out and they've said, we're along these lines. They're interested in Fifita.
But I think it's going to be.
But we'd rather secure. We're more interested in securing Angus. That's how to win friends and influence people.
What I think they're doing, it's a look at me, Fifita over here, and they're getting someone.
I need to know who this 6 is going to be.
They're getting someone.
Yeah.
I think the Fifita is a ruse.
I would love to know Coach Robinson's hierarchy for targeted number 6s. I'd love to know that.
Do you think they're going to sign someone is someone going to jump ship?
I've got Mitch Moses in my head. That to me is a typical Roosters signing, but I don't know his contract situation.
Yeah.
But I see him, when I close my eye and go, okay, it's Mitch Moses. Been to a grand final, played Origins. It's him. But that's what I see. What do you see?
Do you see what I see? I see... Oh, you know what I do see? I see a Munster. I see a Munster. Because Cooper's very tight with him.
Yeah.
Cooper Cronk, very, very tight with Cameron
I
Munster.
could see that. Wouldn't that go down well?
But Dave Fifita, if you're listening, here we go. Mitch Moses signed until 2028 at the Eels.
Yeah, but you never know the minutiae detail. That's the thing. Look, for me, Brian, it's an easy sell, isn't it? You'd say, David, have a seat, David. Have a seat.
Who are you, Ivan?
Ivan.
Yeah.
Hey, Dave, your girlfriend, Shaylee, she's a Penrith girl. Was she born in Penrith when she, Dave? Yeah, in the Pean Hospital. And did she play for the Glenmore Park Brumbies?
She did.
Oh, yeah. Mate, have you seen... There's a few beautiful homes in Glenmore Park right now. Imagine taking Shaylee back to Glenmore Park, David. Oh, and David, by the way, a lot of people have been wondering where, that big Panther scoreboard, where that's gone? We've kept that for you. We've kept this, we thought, for years and years. We know the price around it. If there's a big star signing for a big scoreboard, we're going to give it to you. Would you like 2 tickets to the cable park? course you would. Or if you don't want to go on the cable park, you can go down the beautiful Nepean River and do the real thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember Reactor 1, David? Do you remember that nightclub? We're bringing that back for you, Reactor 1. And you know what, at the end of your career, just picture when you're taking the family out from Glenmore Park, yourself and Shaylee, and you take the kids out to the ground and you look up and it says Simmons. It says Alexander.
David Simmons.
Cleary. And it says Fifita on the grandstands. Gower. You're going to be there, David.
Yeah.
Now
he knows. Now he knows that you're telling fibs.
And did I mention, David? There's this bit of silverware we sort of like picking up in October that you might look good in the photo with, David. Have you won a comp before, David?
I haven't.
No, you haven't won a comp before, David.
I haven't, Ivan.
Would you like to come out, David?
Yeah. You're going to have to sell it more than that.
So, David.
David, would you like a house at Watson's Bay and a boat in Sydney Harbour?
Yeah, I know. Well, David, I heard about the Watson's Bay house and the boat. But you've got a big family, right, Dave? Yeah. Well, you know what? For the Watson's Bay house, we could get you 2 or 3. We could get one in Leone. We could get one right near the log cabin there at Emu Plains, and we can get one at Glenmore Park.
Yeah, I'm going to Watto. I'm going to Watson's Bay.
And I'll raise your Ravisis with a bit of Pioneer Tavern action. Would you like that there, David?
Well, he's come from the Gold Coast. You got to also remember that.
Yeah.
Showgirls, awesome.
Yep.
Very, very good joint.
Very good joint.
Hooters is gone. Ivan, can you open Hooters again for me?
He could. Anyway, where does he go? That's the question.
You don't think he'll go the Dragons?
Nah.
Dragons gone?
Dragons gone.
So 3-horse race.
3-horse race. I'm with you.
Just stay at the Titans.
Just stay at the Titans, Dave.
Please stay at the Titans. At least give him a year. Give him a year when Tino's back.
Okay, what's his number then? What is Fifita's number?
Well, he re-signed for 1.1, didn't he?
Both the Roosters and Penrith are floating around the 850 a year.
Yeah.
Gold Coast, what'd you say, 1-1?
1-1, I think he's on.
Yeah. It's hard to knock that back, isn't it?
You might get some extras. No, well, you're allowed to have a third-party agreement.
Yeah.
This is why everyone's head falls off.
Yeah, not a third, fourth and fifth party.
You can have whatever you want.
Yeah.
There's no rules against that.
This one here, right, I've been thinking about this, and I totally agree with it. The Panthers are asking for NRL for dispensation for developing players. During the Panthers media yesterday, head coach Ivan Cleary spoke about the side hoping for help from the NRL in regards to developing then losing players. Here's what he had to say, and I've got to say I'm right with him there.
No, because I think we should get dispensation, yeah. I feel like we develop, probably more in a development sense, we develop a lot of players here that end up elsewhere. So I feel like, yeah, we should get more for that, looked after more by the NRL in that space.
Okay, I totally agree with him. Notable losses for the Panthers since 2021. Yeah,
they've got 2,000 juniors out there.
Yeah, but forget about that.
Juniors.
Yeah, but the whole of rugby league has access to those juniors.
Yeah.
At some point, but I think he's more talking about developing players. So,
okay.
So I don't know. Scott Sorensen didn't debut with the Panthers, so a bad example. But say that you've signed a kid as an 18-year-old,
like a Crichton.
Oh, I'll say Matty Burton. He wasn't from the Panther system. Liam Martin wasn't from the Panther system.
Can we play that? I haven't heard that for a little while. It's time.
Burton, he came from Penrith
To the Bulldogs.
It's frightening with him.
Give clear as
There's nobody else like
Matty Burton.
Yeah, I don't mind that. Sorry.
So I do believe that there's got to be something there for you, right? Because, but the reason that Matty Burton is getting that top dollar is largely because of the great stuff they've done at the club.
Yeah, but they won a competition.
Yeah.
Well done. You've won 3 in a row.
That's right.
Now it's time to share the love.
But what about...
Every club goes through it.
Yeah, but what about... So here's who they've lost. 2021, James Tarmo, Jack Etherington, Josh Mansour, Dane Laurie. 2022, Tavita Pangai Jr., Matty Burton. Kurt Capewell. 2023, Jermaine Hopgood, Isaiah Katoa, Kickow, Coruscant, Sean O'Sullivan, Charlie Staines. 2024, Crichton, Salmon, Spencer Leniu, Jack Cogger, and 2025 already, Jet Cleary, James Fisher-Harris, Jerome Luai, Sunya Taruva. So it's a lot of big players there. Jerome Luai, by the way, he's going to be the special guest on the captain's run tomorrow.
Keep them then.
No, but
keep them.
You can't keep them because...
Of course you can.
Because you start the tenure with a salary cap, but the team goes so well, so everyone's value is worth 20 or 30% more.
Well,
so how can you keep them?
Well, there's many ways to skin a cat.
Well,
maybe they don't want to stay.
What's the solution? My solution is this. I've got 2 solutions. That if they've been there for, say, 6 years and they debuted at your club, then you're allowed to sign them for one more contract on the average that they're on. Or or you get another crack at the last contract they were on.
Is this a Great Barrier Reef coral story?
Is it a what?
Great Barrier Reef coral story
Yeah,
going in.
that's right.
Say it again. Just slow down.
Okay, for the most simplest form.
Give me a player.
Okay, the most simplest form would be you get a chance to re-sign them on their last contract.
Okay, I'm.
So Matty Burton. Matty Burton's a good example. So,
Okay, he probably might have been 250,000.
Yeah.
300,000.
Yeah, well, you identified him and you paid him at 250,000. Back then, someone could have offered 400.
Yeah. Where are they coming up with the extra money, the 500?
No, you've got to pay them the money.
Yeah.
But in the cap, it just goes in at their last contract.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
What about you get...
You might say for a maximum 3 years. So, for example, if Matty Burton was on, and you only get to roll it once on each player. So if Matty Burton was on 250,000, getting offers for 800 from the Bulldogs, you can then sign him notionally in the cap for an extra 3 years at the 250.
But you got to add in, they have to have played 100 games for the club.
6 years.
100 games.
100 games.
100 games is the cutoff. If you play 100 games with the club and you're a junior brought in, then you get the dispensation.
On the last contract, you're happy to give an
yeah,
extra 3 years?
I don't mind that.
So it just buys them a bit more time
But it
than
may
what they're...
send clubs broke. It may send clubs broke because they're going to be over their salary cap.
Yeah, but you still got to manage your business properly.
Yeah, I know, but what I'm saying is...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
A Matty Burton's $300,000
Yeah,
player.
I get that.
He's worth, say, 600.
Yep.
So they've got to stump it up.
Yep.
That might ruin the club financially. Because
Yeah, but
it's going to happen. You add that 300 grand, then add it to Luai's contract.
I get all that. I understand what you're saying. And you're saying that if the cap is $12.5 million and now they're, because of what's happened here, they're now spending $16 million.
I'm just saying, bad luck, Penrith. You've got so many juniors, more juniors than any other club.
Yeah, but forget the juniors.
No, that's because they're saying develop players.
But how many, you'd be shocked how many Penrith juniors have actually made names for themselves in other clubs. It's not just because you're a Penrith junior. It doesn't mean really anything.
Ivan should be sharing and be proud of what he's done. Like that's a rap on their club and their culture. That they've brought up a kid.
Yep.
Okay, you're an apprentice.
But you're being punished for being good at what you do.
I'm an apprentice.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
I go work for you.
Yep.
You got me for 4 years.
Yep.
All of a sudden I think, oh, geez, I can make more money going somewhere else.
Yep.
Like, that's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
I'm going to go and make more money. You've taught me.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Now it's time to set me free.
But that's setting up your own business.
No, I'm going to work for Bob down the road.
But what about...
I get danger money because I'm doing commercial work now. I'm not working out at Emu Plains. I'm going to spend all my money on
Ivan,
Hoovers.
if you're listening, I'm 100% with you. I think it's totally unfair, no matter how good
You
you've
won
been.
3 comps.
Because they're bloody good at running business.
You've won 3 comps.
They're running great business.
Share
and
the-
they're being
share the
punished.
load.
They're being punished for running
not being punished.
an outstanding business.
How much do you want?
Mate, with all these disadvantages, they've still got the best business in the company.
Yes, they do.
Exactly right.
Okay,
Sean Onrod's coming up next.
Rugby league's a family game.
No, rugby league's a winner.